Okay, I'm gonna try to make this as fun as possible. I know there's no video or any pictures to entertain you. This is a listening exercise. Check it out. I'm gonna tell you about my first time. Yeah, so you can see that I'm just not. How do you say? Just I teach. I'm a teacher. Not really, but I'm a teacher. So yeah, my first time. So when I lost my virginity, it was in high school, and I went on a trip. If you can believe this, don't let your kids go on trips. They be doing some They be doing stuff. All right, so I'm in the Latino club. So we go over to these motel suites or whatever. We up in Albany. This is where I met Hillary Clinton for the first time. Yes, for the first time, I get around. So I'm up in the motel suite or whatever. Everything's getting arranged, and then I'm in the hallway, doing my rounds, seeing, see who's around. And some girl comes up to me, a Dominican girl, on some. Do you want some cookies? I'm like, oh, you got a whole dish of cookies right there. She had them out on display. It was something so fishy about those cookies, but I was like, I know what was fishy about those cookies. She was setting me up. So I'm like, yeah, let me get some cookies. All right, cool. Then she's like, where you from? I'm from Melmont. All right, that's Nassau County. I'm like, where you from? Yeah, she's she's in Suffolk County. I'm like, where? She's like, Central Islip. I'm like, all right, I heard of it, but don't know it too well. Okay, what floor are you on? I'm on the fourth floor. I was like, all right, all right. So what room you in? I'm like, okay, I'm in room blah blah blah. She's like, cool. We throwing a party on the third floor because that's where we parked at. So you want to come through about like like 9 p.m. or something, 8 p.m. I'm like, yeah. So we get to know each other. Like what's the name of your school? How'd you end up here? Or she's in a Latino club at her school. I'm in a Latino club at my school. Yada yada yada. We making shit. You know, she taught me my game. My first interaction, in that way with a woman, she taught me my game. She spelled it out. And anytime I give a speech in front of men, I tell that story. Like, she just broke down, like, where you from? Where you at? Where you stay at? What floor you on? You want some cookies? Here's some cookies. you know? And we hung out. There was a whole party in her room or someone else's room, whatever. Then eventually, we're making eye contact, we're talking, and then eventually we end up back in my room, actually. And then yada yada yada, we don't got to get into all that. But yeah, so that was my first time. I think I was 16 at the time, turning 17. I might have been 17. Probably 17. That's the appropriate age. You don't want to be doing anything too early. You want to wait till you're an adult. Anyway, so we have that. So I'm not a Chad, I'm not a Tyrone, I'm an Enrique. Shout out to the Chans out there. Somehow a lot of times we forget about the Chans be putting it down, taking these girls down. All right, so I want to tell you funny stories. So there was a girl in college, right? I forget her name, but she's still dear to me to this day, and I met her on the dance floor. She was a part of the dance team at Manhattan College in the Bridonks. Fucking Oheen knows about that. Van Cortlandt Park, Oheen. You got a couple of stories about Van Cortlandt Park, Oheen? Yeah, so we're at Manhattan College on 231st, and we're at the dance party, whatever, and we start dancing, we chilling, and it's the end of the night, party's closing down. I'm like, what's happening? And she's not with it. But she's with it because she was dancing with me. So I'm like, what's going on? She's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I should give you my number. This is back in the days of beepers and stuff. So I'm like, nah, you need to give me your number because I want to get to know you. And it became really, really frank. frank. I was not taking no for an answer, which is the aggression you need sometimes. I was like, no, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you. It's gonna be cool. Just chill out. I like your style. We had a good time dancing. Like, what's you bugging right now? Like, what's up? Like, what's going on? You got a boyfriend? She's like, no, I'm just not sure. I was like, all right, I understand. You might have had some bad times in the past, but this is me. You meeting a new dude. We had a great time, great conversation. Let's go. So it was no game. It was just, I mean, that was the game, but we're just being frank. So, that was happening. Let me make sure the microphone's on, or this would have been a total waste of time. She gave me the phone number, and even though she was a little goofy every now and then, but woo, we had good times, man. She liked every moment she was inside my room, so we had a good time there. All right, let me tell you about Stina. Stina was Swedish. Let me tell you the game that Stina ran on me, which I borrowed the game. I borrowed some game. I was in a club, and I probably wasn't by myself, because that doesn't make any sense. So, but I probably wasn't hanging out with the people that I came with. I probably went off, to do my thing. And this little 5'2", 5'3" tops Swedish girl came up to me with a short, boyish haircut, and she ran this game on me. Did you see me checking you out? Did you see me watching you? I was like, no. All right, but hi, my name is Stina. All right, I'm Noble. All right. Then we start talking. Next thing you know, I got her on my lap. Yes, on my lap. I was a pimp from pimping. So I sat down, I put her on my lap, and I started talking to her. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. If you hear any noise, this is an alarm going off. Oh, this thing is going to play me. It's not going to shut off. All right, shut off. Yeah, so, woo, so I started talking to her. It went the way it went, and then she's an au pair, if you know what an au pair is. If you don't know what it is, look it up. But it's maybe like a babysitter, and it has like a French name or something like that. So she's, O'Heen over by Van Cortlandt Park. She's au pairing up there. Shout out to the crypto gang. So I went to visit her in my car at the time. We had a little play action in the car, but it didn't really work out because I was her rebound from some African dude she was dating or whatever. And but she was cool, man. She spent the night over mad times. I thought it was gonna be a thing until she told me that she didn't want a thing. And I wasn't crushed, but I was like, you stay over all the time because you don't want to hang out and be an au pair or babysit over there. So I mean I was her escape, but I thought it would have been more of a thing, and she just wasn't. She just broke up with somebody, so whatever. She didn't want me. Whatever, she gave me all the goodies, so we good. Now, let me tell you about, I ran her game on me. I ran her game that she ran on me on other women. We're like, yo, did you see me checking you out? You see me winking at you? They're like, no. All right, my name is Leon. You missed that. Hi, how are you doing? And I keep it moving from there. Doesn't really matter. It's just an opening line. What are you going to do? All right. How I met the niece of a South American president. It was on 14th Street and 9th Ave. If you know a club around there, I forget. It was so long ago. Easily 10 years ago. But I met the niece of a president of a South American country. All right. And I had on a cowboy hat. Yeah, a cowboy hat. An orange shirt. Some ripped jeans and some boots, some Italian boots, and I walked up to her table, was like, hey, and I grabbed her hand, like, we're gonna dance, and she gave me this biggest smile in the world, and she was with it, and we danced, and we kicked it, and they had bottles at the table, so they were all pimped out. These chicks were like boss chicks, and I just ran over there in my stupid cowboy hat, ran game on her, and the next thing you know, Woo! Woo! Yo, me and her used to get down so crazy hard. She said we were like cats and dogs in the bedroom. That's how she described it. She's like, every time we hook up, it's freaking madness. And it was. It was a good time. But she never really wanted to get down. Like boyfriend and girlfriend. We were boyfriend and girlfriend for like 2 weeks, and she was like on some, nah, I can't do this. Yo, these girls get damaged early. If you ever become a father or you a father of a female, marry her early. Because the more experience she has, the more hurt she gets, and it's just messed up. I'm not a bad... Yo, girls are scared of me. I'm this super, super nice guy. Yeah, I'm hardcore. Yeah, I get down. I'm always like, what's up? What's happening? What's cracking? But I'm a really nice guy. You know, I punch somebody in the face, but other than that, I'm not trying to fight. You know, I'm just, you know, I don't abuse women or like make them cry. Have I made women cry? Yeah. When they get out of line, I make women cry. Yes, I do. But other than that, I'm not abusive. You know, these women have no reason to be scared of me. And they're just like, oh, I can't do it. She was like with me for like 2 weeks and was like, I can't do it. I was like, you know what? You know what? I got a good girl. And I'm happy with the woman I have in front of me. And if we're not going to be boyfriend and girlfriend, that's cool. I'm still happy with you. And you know what we did after that speech? You know what we always do. So, you know, moving along. I met this Dominican girl in college. And this is like, I'm teaching you the game and how it works. So, you know, I met my best friend. Me and my best friend, we never had any action. But I ran up on her. Was like, yo, is anyone sitting here? And she's like, no. And that's my best friend, Cafiana. I've known her since Mount St. Vincent. She's from Mount Vernon. But me and her never had any action because it wasn't about that. It was about, I just wanted to sit somewhere and speak to someone new at lunch. And she was like, yeah, sit down, have a seat. And then we became the best friends. 2000. It's 2023. Me and her have been friends for 23 years. I met her kids. I've seen her kids grow. I gave her kids money. I'm Uncle L. You know, when I show up, I got dollar bills in hand. And, you know, they're a little older now, so now I got to probably give them 50. Can't give them like 10 and 20s anymore. Anyway, so I ran the same game on a girl. And she was new in school. Like third semester coming in, half the year's gone. She comes in, and I'm like, I'm like, all right, she look good. I'm like, all right, I'm with it. And she had this little body on her that was just really nice. And me and her just had woo. She was so naughty because she used to like hang out with her friends and drink with her friends, then just come down to my room and leave her friends upstairs and then go back upstairs like she didn't do nothing. I was like, yo, you crazy. But I ran up on her like with my lunch tray in the cafeteria and it's like, is anyone sitting here? She's like, no. I like, may I sit? And she said yes, and then we started talking. And it's just the simple things that can get you in the door, just being polite. You know, you come through, it's just like, oh, is the seat taken? Just like the old movies. Son, it's just like the old movies. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. What are you doing? Just ask her like, is this seat taken? No. May I sit? Yes. Boom. What's your name? My name is blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. Let's go. That's how it's done, son. All right. Let me tell you about this. This is going to be the last one because I don't want to keep you too long. Here we go with the 15-minute videos again. Jesus. I swear. My intention is to only be 5 minutes and it ends up being 15, 16 minutes every single time. I don't know how we get here, but the last one. I was sitting in Times Square. Lie. Herald Square. 35, 35th, 36th Street. 6th Avenue. And in New York City. And I'm just chilling, relaxing, enjoying the day, probably doing some personal training. Some girl starts coming down the street. I think she's Puerto Rican, mix or Dominican mix. It wasn't. I couldn't pinpoint it. But she's walking and we make eye contact. So I hold the eye contact and give her like a chin up. And she keeps the eye contact with me. And then I do like a Seinfeld move. What's a Seinfeld move? I'm in a park area type area, sitting area, whatever. I push the chair very slowly towards her. But I'm kicking the chair. As I'm leaning back, I just kick the chair towards her. Until like, sit down. She hangs up the phone with whoever she's talking about, sits down, and we proceed to start talking. So like you see the immense game and from all different type of angles I'm coming from. Dude, I borrowed that from Seinfeld. That was an original Noble Casalupus move. I was like, let me run this Seinfeld move. And I ran it. I pushed out the chair in her direction slowly. And you hear it scrape across the concrete, like, yeah. And I nodded towards the chair, like, sit. And she comes over, hangs up the phone, and sits down. And I spit game at her, asking her who, this, that, and the other. Yeah. So I'm gonna let you go. That's just insight into my world and all the nonsense I've been doing. So if you ever need any help with women, I'm there for you. But I always say stay away from them. Stay away. All right, we're done. Yeah. Belmont Racetrack, Elmont Memorial High School, Crypto Gang, Passport Gang equals freedom. Yeah. What's happening?